Hi, welcome to the Mineral Powder Foundation demonstration video. Okay, so now this is how when a client says they want to use mineral powder foundation, this is how I match them for color. It's so easy, it's ridiculous. I look at a person and I think probably, and you'll get that after you do like your first couple parties. You'll be able to look at them and go an ivory or beige. You can kind of figure that out based on what your skin tone is and what they are. So then I take 3 colors, like you can look at me and obviously see that I'm an ivory. So right here in my hand, I've got a stack of 3 mineral powder foundations. I've got ivory 0.5, ivory 1, and beige 1. Normally I would put ivory 2 there, but my container is a little on the low side and I don't think you'd really be able to see the visual. So I take the 3 of them and I hold them up next to the person. I actually go stand behind the client, hold them up next to their face like this, and I look across the table and I say, okay, what do y'all think? Which one is it? And the clients actually choose the mineral powder foundation for their friend. That's how I do it. It's really simple. So you can see on this that the top one's just a little bit light, the bottom's a little dark, the middle one is just right. It's kind of like a baby bear foundation matching technique. Okay, so next we're going to then put that on. I've got my own personal one here. Back to this little demonstration tray from Mary Kay. This oval spot over here on the right side of the tray is the perfect spot that you can put mineral powder foundation to demonstrate from. Or you can also, another very simple technique is to use little paper cupcake holders. And then you just tap some out onto the tray. So you get about this much in the tray. Can't tip it too far. I'm going to get powder all over everything. And then I show them how to put it on. You put a little bit of powder on the bristles of the brush, so you have about this much on there. That's about right. And then it's important to actually stipple that product right into the face. You want to stipple it in there so that you can get a really good application of the powder. And then after the powder is on there, then you go back and blend, blend, blend. So I'll show you how it goes on. And it really does make a big difference to give a better coverage, more coverage. And for somebody like me, for oily skin, it's just another added layer of oily skin coverage or oily skin absorption. So just blend it on. And look at the amount of coverage that I'm getting here just by putting the mineral powder foundation. Do you see again the difference between the right side and the left side? That the mineral powder foundation really does give pretty good coverage. So on some days, just when it's a casual day, I'm hanging out with my kids or husband or something, it's just going to be kind of a low-key casual day, I might just do mineral powder foundation because I want just that sheer easy look. But when I'm actually going to be working in the capacity as a sales director, conducting a meeting or whatever, I do actually do the and then some to put both of the products on, because I just think that that's part of my uniform to make sure that my skin looks absolutely 100% the best. Because, you know, I truly am an advertisement for Mary Kay Cosmetics, for the product, for the company. I mean, 2 times in the last year, as I've been purchasing a bottle of wine, I've been carded. Or not the last year, the last 2 years, I've been carded. They didn't think that I was even 21. So that's a pretty good advertisement for this company because I'm 46. So it really is a fabulous product line. Okay, so now that we've got the mineral powder foundation on, I'm going to go ahead and teach you what I do at a party for the 5-minute color look. Because then at the party, you've already shown all of the Miracle Set and those products. You've closed out the Miracle Set. You've done foundation, and then you say to them, okay, let's go ahead and do that 5-minute color look. Now, just recently on Dr. Oz, he said that women over 40 tend to look a little bit more youthful if you use a cream blush. So I've actually started demonstrating these new cream to powder blushes. They are fabulous. They're so easy to put on, and people are typically really scared of them. They're a little bit intimidated by them. But when I encourage them, you know, just give it a shot. You have nothing to lose just to try it. Then they're a little bit more open to the process. Like, okay, I'll try it. So this is how I do it. I use a Q-tip. Just swirl a little bit of color on the Q-tip, and I hand it to her, and I'll say, just put a dab right in the middle of your cheekbone like that, and then use your fingers, and then just blend it. So that's it. It is just that easy of an application. Now, obviously, this is my own personal cream to powder blush, so I wouldn't have to use a Q-tip, but I'm just doing that so that you can kind of see that's exactly what I do at a party. And I don't go back and double dip at the party. I give them enough to start with at the first time out so that I don't have to put more on there. Or if you did need to give them a little bit more, then you would want to use the other end of your Q-tip. Your samples and supplies should maintain in a sanitary state. So you never double dip, you never put fingers in, you only ever use applicators to make sure that your products stay completely clean and free of bacteria. So now I've got my good mirror up here. I'm going to try just a little bit more color over here. I just needed a little bit more. So there, do you see how that just gives you a little bit of a natural look? So that's the cream to powder blush. For teenagers or women in the like 20 to 30 category, a lot of times they're going to prefer a bronzer. And the bronzer is simple to demonstrate as well. So the bronzer that I carry with me is in the large compact. Let me grab it here. I have the Compact Pro. And in this compact, I have all 4 of our bronzers and our 2 highlighters. Occasionally, I'll demonstrate the highlighters as well. But you see, there's 2 bronzers here that are more for darker skin tones and 2 for lighter skin tones. Pardon me. To demonstrate these, it's very simple. You use a cotton pad, just like a cotton round. And here, I'll just show you. Swish it across there. Just like this, switch the color on there, and then you tell the client to start out here and bring it forward on their cheek. So you start out here and just bring it on down like that, right on the cheekbone. Same thing on the other side. And then you see, obviously, that looks a little bit silly on me right now because it's too dark and it's too stark. You need to blend it. So then I say fold the cotton over so you have just the white side showing, and just blend in circles all the way around the edges. And what that does is give a little bit of a sun-kissed look. So the bronzer is really great for the younger crowd. The cream blush, some women my age, I mean, the bronzer looks fine on me. I just love the glow that I get from the cream to powder blush. The other thing I want to teach you real quick is, do you see the difference? There's a couple different bronzers here. The top 2 on both sides here are shimmery, and the bottom 2 are matte. They don't have any shimmer or sparkle in them. If a person is over like 30, 35, for sure over 40 like I am, we need to stay away from anything with the sparkle or shimmer in it. Because as Robert Jones, my friend, the makeup artist, says, I have texture issues here. Well, that's lines. And if you put something sparkly there, then it just makes them a lot more noticeable. So you need to stay with matte, and it gives you a nice little bit of color, but it doesn't enhance or make those lines a lot more noticeable. So stick with the matte for those of us that are on the other side of 40. Okay, then for the eye color, again, demonstrate with a brush. You'll sell it as a brush, with a brush. And by the way, the Compact, the Compact Pro that I used to carry the bronzers, when I pulled it out, people are like, oh, that's what that compact looks like. So again, it just gives you an opportunity to show more product. So use the brush. This is the cream to powder, or cream blush, cream eyeshadow, or cream concealer brush. Retails for $10. When you demonstrate with a brush, you sell with a brush. So this is the Beached Bronze eye color. You swish a little bit of that color onto your brush, just like that. When I hand it to the client, I'll say, okay, now you've got enough here for both eyes. One side will do one eye, the other side will do the other eye. So what you want to do is start at the lash line, just kind of right across the lash line there, and then blend it up, and it should just kind of fade as it gets a little bit higher to the brow bone. So you're just going to put on this is just a little bit of a sheer wash of color just to kind of highlight the lids, to give you just a little hint of color. And also this particular product is completely crease proof and waterproof. So once you put it on, it doesn't come off. And they are so impressed with the way that it feels. They love it. It's just really fun to see how just this little thing, I mean, you see how it just brightened up my eyes to put that little bit of color on. And I used the lightest one, that's going to give the brightness. But we have 5 shades to choose from, and they're so fun to mess with. I haven't found one of those that I don't love, and my clients are just nuts about them. They have a great time with them. Okay, so then when you're going to do the mascara demonstration, we have a couple of mascaras for you to choose from that I really recommend to demonstrate. We have this new Lash Love mascara, and this mascara is designed to have lots of little tiny bristles on it, so you get each and every individual lash, so it makes it look like you have a million eyelashes. And then we also have the uh, Ultimate Mascara, and the Ultimate Mascara looks a little, the brush itself looks a little bit differently. The tube even looks different. Do you see how they're just like totally different shape? This one's a little curvier. Okay, and this is the same shape of the brush. The brush matches actually the shape of the tube. When you pull it out, this is what this brush looks like. And this one's designed to make your lashes look thick and voluminous. So at this point during the party, after they've done cream eyeshadow, I will ask them, do you prefer a mascara that makes your lashes look thick and voluminous, or lush and full is another couple terms you can use, or would you prefer a mascara that gets every single lash so it makes it look like you have a million lashes? And they know usually. And then we have mascara brushes that even correspond to the use of these as well. So then you use the proper demonstration brush, dip it in there one time, hand it to the client, and they go ahead and put their mascara on at that point. If they want more, usually they don't, because there's usually enough on the one application. But if they do want more, then take another clean brush and put that on there. Okay, then lastly, for the lip gloss application, I throw them out on the table and say, what do you want to try? Sometimes they know, sometimes I'll just choose for them. If they don't, whatever. When I'm going to demonstrate, again, this is the lip gloss, and you don't want them to just put it straight onto their lips, because then that's going to contaminate your tube. So then you've got two last little compartments up here in the top corner of your tray. And so those are the areas where you're going to twist the lip gloss. You just twist it just like that right into the tray with just kind of twist it in there from the wand, and then say you can just go ahead and use your finger. And they're fine with that. So then they dip their finger in and they just put a little bit of color on, and that's it. Very, very simple makeup application. This is the 5-minute look, and I'll be back in a minute and I'll show you how to do the wow look. Oh, and I'm going to put my mascara on when I'm off screen so that it doesn't take so long.